Snacks left.
He got pissed because I got mad about Yankee fans and left.
He got pissed because we told him it's been 7 years since the Rangers were in the cup. Welcome to episode. What number are we on? 320. Scrolling on the bottom, you would think I'd be able to know how to read.
You would think. Our official
NFL mock draft show. Steve and Danny Van, of course, with the wonderful Snacks and Devin joining us. Gentlemen, welcome back. Before we get into football, real quick, what are we all predicting? Like by next Tuesday, Mitchell will be a Nick?
Oh.
That'd be wonderful.
Right?
I gotta tell you,
I'm really pulling for Dallas in the series. Like they like.
Well, Dallas is gonna win. Utah, they're checked out.
It's 3-2 going tomorrow night.
Yeah,
going back to Denver.
It doesn't matter. I really want me and Danny to talk about it. I give up everybody, even RJ for Devin. Or
that was the biggest question, because you got to think RJ's got to be involved in it.
He has to, yeah. But Mitchell's value is plummeting. He's playing like dog shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he wants to leave there and come here.
Yeah, and him and Rudy Gobert hate each other.
They do hate each other. But
Rudy Gobert did give him COVID. People forget.
Yeah. He gave everybody COVID.
He gave the whole world COVID.
He was like the ringleader of it.
Patient zero. That goddamn.
Rudy Gobert, a Frenchman in the States, was just the ringleader of COVID. But I'm warming up to the idea. I don't know how much of the series you guys watched. Jalen Brunson's a free agent, and all he does is cost dollars instead of draft picks and players.
I agree.
Whoever Donovan Mitchell wants to play with, we can sign him. Okay.
Another player.
They need a superstar though.
Listen, once you get rid of Julius Randle and make sure that contract never hits the books, you're one. It's all up.
You trade Julius Randle for anything right now.
Yeah.
Anything.
And Fournier too. I want Fournier. Yeah.
Get those. Fournier also.
But really? You take down. I'm sure the team can use a rack for the practice facility, right? For the basketballs to go on. Julius Randle's worth about that.
Maybe.
Give or take.
Trade him to the Magic.
Anyway, he's a Cowboy fan. Fuck him. So
Julius Randle?
Who the hell?
Yeah, he's from Dallas.
Oh my! What the fuck are you talking about?
Piece of shit.
Oh, that was like when I saw Kenyon Martin walking around Giants Stadium, and I was like, "You're here rooting for the Giants, right?" He's like, "Nah, I'm from Dallas." It's like, "Oh, fuck you, guy."
Well,
yeah, I remember him posting stories with his kid and wife that in cowboy gear.
I think we are officially 24 hours away from Goodell getting up on that podium.
We are.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
That's a 24-hour early boo.
We're getting our voices ready because
Yeah, because I boo at home. I'm not big of a fan.
Did the chair come to Vegas also this year? Didn't he bring the stupid chair?
Let's hope not. I don't need to see some idiot sitting on the stage. And also, I need Goodell to stop chest bumping the draft picks as they come up. I hope.
I don't hate it because
I want him to fall so badly.
Yeah. I'm going to kill him, like break his chest plate, give him a heart attack.
I want
let's hope Evan Neal just destroys him or something.
I want that 500-pound defensive tackle from Georgia to do it to him, and he'll get pancaked.
Any one of them. Doesn't matter. Take an offensive lineman. There's going to be so many offensive linemen going early.
If you just walked out on the stage and punched the commissioner in the face, would you get suspended?
I would
not part of the league yet, right?
No, technically you're not part of the league yet. You didn't sign the contract yet.
That's true.
That's true.
I don't think it's worth
like criminal charges.
I think it's worth it.
Suspension.
Criminal charges.
I don't think try to sue you for whatever contract you do sign, though.
So. Other than you'll never have to get a drink, buy a drink in New England or New Orleans. So
that's for sure.
That's the thing. If Malik Willis goes to the Saints, pop. That's it. Done.
I mean, he went to Liberty. I mean, how much money can he?
New Orleans State legend for his whole life.
McCorkle should have popped him last year. That would have been great. Just McCorkle walking on stage like a jackass, like the jackass.
Guy named McCorkle.
He literally walked exactly like that that Belichick meme when he's walking out of the tunnel at one of the Super Bowls?
Oh,
You walk that exact same way.
he's got like the Stone Cold in the background.
Somebody needs to do that.
Right. They should get like entrances. They should get like some WWE entrances
Yeah,
style.
That would be so lit.
Get some beers and shit going, and let's go.
Oh, Uncharted's on digital now.
We came out like a month ago.
All right, it's
I
NFL
don't
draft
know.
night. Let's get it rocking.
Yeah, let's
Let's
get
do
moving
it.
so we can get Snacks out of here if he has to go.
Oh.
If you have to go, you could stay for 3 hours if you want.
Wait, Snacks,
You
why
can't
is
try and
FTR
get you out of
fighting
here
with
so quick. It's unbelievable.
Just kidding,
Yeah.
Vin. Just
Rude,
kidding.
Vin, are you nervous? This is your first draft as an owner,
Oh.
That's
No pressure.
true.
No pressure.
and you have 2 first-round picks.
It's a big
Don't
one.
blow it, Vin.
Even less pressure.
It's a big one.
He's gonna be the guy sweating over there in the draft
Vin
room. He's
normally
gonna be the guy.
doesn't stay up for his picks. That's the funniest part. Of
I
it, the
stayed up
tradition.
for the love pick,
Yes, you did. That's right.
and I don't know why I did.
Well, that was
How
the COVID year.
disappointed were
Nobody
you
was
in
going to
that?
work the
Oh
next
yeah,
day
it was
anyway.
right. It was a COVID year. It was
How
COVID.
disappointed were you when they drafted Love? You
I
stayed
was
up
not
for nothing.
happy. I was
pretty
not
sure
happy.
he's gone
I
off.
was not happy.
I wouldn't.
I'm
have
pretty
been.
sure that was the first live draft that we did, and he got off really quickly. He
No, because it
gonna
was
get
just
a bunch of
like I had the same feeling. Like I knew that they were going to draft his replacement relatively soon because he played like shit the season before.
Mm.
But it was like, okay, well now this is it, and now maybe it's not it.
Listen,
They
it could have
still-
been a lot worse that year. You could have been an Eagle fan and watched them draft fucking Rieger over Justin Jefferson.
Oh.
I still
my
think
God.
there have been
Oh.
multiple draft people. You guys are gonna laugh at me when I say that say Love would be ranked higher than any of these quarterbacks, so they could trade him
It's
tomorrow.
actually pretty true.
Yeah.
I-
well,
would
it's not
actually
saying
wa-
much. They stink. I get it, but
I don't know. Willis has that potential to him that can-
Yeah, Willis has
but
got
he
a
has
high
to be at
upside.
the right spot. He has to
Yeah,
be at the-
exactly. If he
Listen,
goes
when
to
he
like say
gets-
Detroit, then he's
Listen,
fucked.
he's gonna have a stud tight end in New Orleans and Taysom Hill.
Oh my God.
I think Willis is probably to the Steelers. If I'm being honest.
And I hope they trade up to 7 to get him.
Yep. That'd be a very ideal.
I don't think they're gonna have to
TJ
trade
Watt
up. I don't
for
see anybody
7,
else taking him.
beautiful.
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt for 7. Who says no?
I mean,
Pittsburgh.
Right? Who says
thank
no?
you for being honest, Daddy.
I'd give an arm and a
mean-
leg.
You probably have. They probably have to
I'll
add in
cut Snack's
Claypool
arm and leg off
and
for,
Tomlin would have
TJ
to come
Watt.
over too. He'll be your coordinator.
Yeah.
That's fine. Tomlin becomes our defensive coordinator. Whatever.
All from Malik
I don't know. I
Willis.
like Wink.
Yeah, I like one.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Let's not mess it up this year. Next year
I
we'll
wanna
worry
build the
about
Buffalo
trading
connection
for
with a
Tomlin
Steeler.
when
I
they don't let go of coaches, so it doesn't matter anyway.
They've had 3 coaches in like the last 50 years. That's insane.
Mike Tomlin's gonna die as Steeler coach.
It's insane.
And
Never
if they're
been
gonna
under
hire anybody, it's
500.
gonna be
You don't know
Coward
what that
because
feels
they're
like.
gonna just go backwards.
They made the playoffs this year. That was hysterical.
Yeah.
All right, Steven, you gotta.
Danny, you're in charge.
Well,
you
you got
gotta share
the
a
screen up.
scream.
Well, you gotta tell people what we're doing.
Well, get the screen up. Anyway, this year we're doing something different since we're live. We're going to be doing a live mock draft, the first top 10 picks. We forgot
Yep,
the
that's us.
Houston Texans have 2, so we're just going to
They get a
forget
punter
that
automatically.
second pick, and we're going to do the 2 picks with Vin. So, without further ado, this site is actually in the even of the 3 sites I usually do. There's this one site that does crazy trades that you're like, all right, this is not realistic, but fun. And then you got the PFF nerd one that you're like, all right, these guys are graded highly, but all the other mock drafts have them in the 4th round. Why is he getting drafted in the 2nd? So, to be fun, I figured this was the best site for
You
us
guys
to
can
all
still see
do.
this, right?
Yeah, I see
You
it.
kind of have to
perfectly.
be able to see the stuff. So,
You're good. You're good.
all right.
So we're
there we go.
using Mock Draft Football Database. Obviously, we should give them a plug for us showing it.
No
So-
free ads. Black that out.
Yeah, that shit. They ain't paying us a dime for that shit.
Anyway, thank you, NFL Mock Draft
We have-
Database.
We have our WordPress payday coming up soon. If they want to send us the money for that.
Yeah, just block it out. It's fine.
Anyway, so for the record, we're gonna go through. We're gonna do the Jaguars at 1, Lions at 2, Texans at 3, Jets at 4. That's why we have Devin on. Giants at 5. That's like snacks.
Just for the 4th pick. Fuck you,
Just for
Dev.
the fourth. I leave before the 10th.
Yeah.
Fuck
Panthers
off, Dev.
at
No one
6.
cares.
G-Men at 7. Falcons
a-
at 8.
Well, you guys don't
Seahawks
know.
9,
is
Jets
we have backup
10.
Giant fans coming on for your second pick.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
what
We
are
don't know
the
anybody else.
Packers pick?
22 and 28.
Okay, there we go. So, without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna like run through quick names, and whoever has the most votage, per se, will be our pick. So,
All right.
so with the first pick of the NFL draft, the
So can we go over the Bleacher Report of the Jaguars that came out today? Did everybody hear the Bleacher Report that came out today?
no, I had a busy day at work.
Okay,
The Bleacher report.
about the Jaguars. Apparently, the owner would like Hutchinson, and the general manager would like
yes,
Walker.
I did hear this.
Good God.
So this is where
I
the fun-
vote.
Good to
I
know they're
vote
on the
them off
same
the
page.
island of NFL teams. Forget a draft pick. They don't get one.
Poor Trevor Lawrence.
Listen, I heard some wild stuff today. I called Vin about it.
Devin
I
called
can-
me
I can explain
he
it
had a
Jets
fever.
are trading up to 1 to get.
No, he had a fever
No.
dream that
No, I
Adrian
didn't have a
Hudson
fever
dropping
dream.
to 4.
No, this wasn't a fever dream. I was on Twitter and I was just scrolling through, minding my own business. And there's this podcast, I guess, with Braylon Edwards and
That's your first mistake.
guy's last name is Bischoff. And he claims that he knows what the bid boards are for picks 1 through 3. So he said that the
Oh.
Jaguars have Trayvon Walker ranked above Hutchinson, and that the Lions have Trayvon Walker and Thibodeau ranked above Hutchinson, and that Houston is going to pick Derek Stingley at 3.
Right.
Right.
This is why they pick in the top.
This is
I
why they
watched
have
the-
the
I watched
first
the
overall
TikTok the
pick
other
2
day,
years in a row.
I watched the TikTok. It was Mel Kiper Jr. yelling at the Colts for why they always pick in the top 3 because they pick stupid things.
Listen, in my opinion, if they take Trayvon Walker over Hutchinson anyway, I think the Jaguars should never be allowed to pick number 1 again.
I agree.
I,
So I think
I
I agree too.
I think we're all in
However-
agreement that Hutch should go 1.
He should go 1, but I have a feeling since all these reports
Yeah.
have coming out recently,
Like
I have a feeling they're going to
Caesars
go Trayvon
changed
Walker.
the odds. And
Right,
Trayvon
the
the
betting
Walker's like
odds
minus
thing got me
300
the
right
most.
now.
Yeah, the betting odds is like they know things.
yeah, they do know things.
My thing is this though, and I mean, listen, I don't do film studies and everything like that. I just read and listen to a lot.
Listen, you complained about the Ron Dane draft pick, so
Uh,
you know.
Do you blame
as I
them?
should. Anyway, everything that I read and hear say that Hutchinson is by far the safest pick for number 1, right?
Right.
You know, but
Yeah.
Walker's got all these ridiculous
He's
traits
got like
and
the higher
attributes,
ceiling.
and the ceiling is through the roof. Like Hutchinson is going to come in and probably record 10 sacks in year 1, but is he ever going to go over that and be like this unworldly dominant player? Maybe, but if you're banking on the upside and everything, then maybe Trayvon Walker is that 8 sack the first year guy, then 12, then 16, 17 consistently. However, he very well could not be at all, and you look like absolute idiots. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Here-
with the
here's
first pick, you got to go with the closest sure thing. I
Correct,
Just
I
almost
agree.
sound like A-Rod just now.
I agree.
And it's not a Michigan thing, of course. I mean, I've always loved Hutchinson, and I've all year was like, all right, I want you to start sucking so you fall to the Giants because I want you on my team forever. But a lot of the way I looked at him this year, watching him and watching most of Michigan season, was J.J. Watt,
Mhm.
the guy on the edge, clean, fast guy. He's going to get to the quarterback, can stop the run, can fall back if you need him to. He's going to be by the ball on every single play. And also, he's going to be a great guy in your community for years to come.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
of course, once I heard that, I always was thinking 3 until he just went off and towards
Right, he
the end of
had
the
the-
year and dominated the Ohio
game,
State
right? He
game.
went
and
off, yeah.
He dominated the Ohio State game, basically won the game for Michigan early. and just was a difference maker.
Right. And also the crazy thing about Thibodeau is just he was number one all season long.
All season long.
And then whatever happened with culture, as Wes just said, what's up, West? It's
Hey, there he
just
is.
whatever weird situation Thibodeau is either falling to top 3 or even further. We'll get into that later on. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement that it should be Hutch, but we all leave that something weird's going on with Trayvon Walker. We don't understand it. Yeah, the combine was very good. He did play for Georgia. He's a national champion. But that defense was so stacked. That might be the reason why his stats didn't reflect. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get paid
he
to do
was
this.
he was the difference in the Michigan Georgia game.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people say he wasn't asked to pass rush as much,
Right.
Because they had so many people.
The biggest thing on Michigan this year offensively was the running game. It opened up the passing game for Noodle Arm, and I will forever call that bum of a quarterback Noodle Arm because he can't throw a ball more than 10 yards. Wants to be an
he
NFL
doesn't
quarterback.
have to in Michigan's system,
Right? Because you have the running game, and what was dominant all year was the running game. Walker was the difference maker, though, in that game. He broke through remember the offensive line that won the offensive line of the year out of how many schools in Division I football?
Right.
Right?
True.
And think about it. When you're thinking offensive line, you're thinking Big Ten, you're thinking SEC. So he went up against any other line that could have won that award and then had to play a Big Ten team. He walked right through them and just dominated. I don't know why it went away. Here it is. Vin's touching things.
That was me. Sorry.
Anyway, we're all in agreement with Hutch.
I am.
I think it's Trayvon Walker.
Okay.
I think
right, we got one Walker.
Trayvon Walker.
I'm gonna say that the smoke is the.
You
is
guys
the fire.
want
I'm
a
with
10
that. I'm
minute
gonna go.
ago.
I'm gonna go Trayvon, and I think it's just a big mistake. But
You
I'm
want
gonna
to
go
hear
Trayvon.
the 10 minute ago Adam Scheffler tweet?
Sure.
Each year, unexpected players sneak into the first round. One possibility: USC pass rusher Drake Johnson.
Yeah,
Rosenhaus said that he had multiple top 30 visits in the last couple of weeks.
I think we're going with Trayvon Walker. Pick one. I think I'm on.
Yeah,
board.
we're going with the odds. I guess we're gonna go with the Sharks.
It's just weird, but
I don't agree. We don't agree with it. But
yeah, exactly. We don't agree, but
no.
Just reading the
Sharks
tea
are
leaves,
in the
reading the
water.
odds. Yep. And then I think two's a slam dunk.
Yeah,
this one's the interesting one. Because
Really?
do you leave the
You're
boy
a
home?
hometown kid.
Do you leave? Do you bring the kid?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's the perfect story for Hutchinson to be drafted.
I think you have to.
You're running to the table if you're Detroit.
Right. I don't think they think twice.
You're sprinting.
I mean, they're pretty good at thinking multiple times about things.
But I think with Campbell as their coach, he is that guy that you're gonna.
He
build
wants
a
this guy.
franchise.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? That's what kind of. I mean, to the point of like, this is being interesting. He's such a wild card that I mean, he could want something like completely, different than Hutch, and
he could just sit there and be like, "Give me Kyle Hamilton. I want him."
Yeah, he'd be an absolute wild card. Like he's
Listen,
a nut
he could take
job,
a tight end.
Give me Stingley.
And the last time I checked, I mean, they're not that thin at defensive end. Like I'm pretty sure they have a pretty good pass rusher, don't they?
Listen, if there's going to be a team,
they still have Ziggy Ansah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if they have Ziggy. No,
they have one of those guys that they. I don't know.
Right.
And listen, if they're underrated pass rusher, they're also the team that's like holding the destiny for a lot of other teams in there. Because how many teams could be calling Detroit and being like, "Yo, trade back and take Willis"?
Yeah, but I don't. But see, the thing is like, is somebody really going to jump up that high for? I don't see it. Like
I don't see it this year.
The Giants. I'm just going to go with the Giants real quick. 5-7. It's like the worst year to have 5-7 because there's no elite quarterbacks, and these like stud guys, offensive line and edge rush guys that they need are probably going top 4. You know.
Right.
Listen, Bobby tweeted out the other day. It's a real shame. What's his name out of Michigan got hurt.
Ajabo, yeah.
Ajabo gets hurt. Yeah. There's your pick at 7.
Maybe.
I remember
yeah.
talking about him tailgating with us this year. I'm like, we're gonna get him, and then his Achilles exploded.
Listen, we could still end up
yeah.
with him in the second round.
I wouldn't
Right.
hate it.
I
They
think
said it's a.
see with
They
the
said
Giants,
it's a. They said it's one of those like, it's not a bad ACL injury.
It's an
Like he
Achilles.
should be getting
It's
back on the
Achilles,
field
though.
within the next. Yeah, it may
if
not be that.
it was an ACL, I would take him at 36. Achilles scares the shit.
Yeah,
out of me.
it just what sucks with the Giants is we need home runs.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Correct.
taking a guy at 36 that had an Achilles injury,
You're banking on him to come back full strength, and that's a tough bank to do.
right?
The Giants.
Yeah,
are
but I could
able-
also see some team in that middle teens, mid 20s reaching out and getting him because they just like the way the doctors are
Right.
talking about him.
Right.
You know-
and,
you
and,
know
and
teams
they
still
could
brought
make
him
that
in.
risk. They could
Right.
make
You
that
know-
calculated risk.
You know teams like Arizona reached out to the doctors for him or had their doctors go see him or whatever to get an update. You know,
I think
looking
the only way somebody trades for one of the Giants picks is if one of those tackles drops. Like even what's the third guy's name?
Cross.
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 Yeah.
Well,
If
the
Cross
Giants seem to
drops-
be high on Cross, but then again, it could just be
you
a
would think
smoke.
they
Yeah,
would
that-
take one of them at 5, and the Jets would take one at 4, and then if the
All right,
Panthers
before
don't take him,
before we lose track, obviously we're all gonna go Hutch.
We're all going
yeah,
Hutch.
let's put Hutch in.
All right, Houston
Love you,
Texans.
On the clock.
This is
Santa Claus is on the clock.
This is a crapshoot. They could
This
go
is a
Thibodeau.
crapshoot.
They could go.
Well, this is where
They
the
could
draft
go
really
line,
begins. I
They could
think.
go Sauce. They could go
Stingley.
Stingley.
Yeah, this one's tough. I mean,
This is where Kenny Pickett's name starts going to get rumbled.
I mean,
because
I've also
Texans
seen-
are that
I've
team that can
seen-
move back.
yeah, they can, but I don't think.
No, I don't
anybody's-
think they move on from
anybody's
Davis
trading up
Mills,
for
though.
Kenny Pickett, or I don't think Houston's taking a quarterback.
No,
They seem to
I
love
think-
David Mills.
I would go best player available and go
It's
Thibodeau,
Thibodeau.
but for
That's
whatever
what I would
reason,
do.
it's just not
I
happening.
don't know. I've seen them linked to Kyle Hamilton too.
Yeah, but even the Stingley thing, I saw a few places.
I've seen Stingley.
Yeah,
I've seen Kyle
Stingley's name's been
Hamilton.
popping up.
I've
today.
seen Sauce at 3 also.
Yeah.
So I think this is where the draft really begins.
You know what?
It's
You're
three.
probably not kidding, Deb.
Why? The Thibodeau thing is weird because he like
Right. We said it
He's
2
so
weeks
good.
ago.
right.
He-
He's
he-
so
I
mean,
weird. Like the cryptocurrency thing, he's like, he's his head. Like I don't think he likes football.
But that's the thing. Like I haven't seen Houston linked to Thibodeau at all. Like in our minds, Thibodeau should be 3, but
So
to
you're going
everyone
Sauce?
else
No.
around the league, I don't see them drafting Thibodeau. I think they're going to go corner, whether it's Sauce or Stingley. Honestly,
So, as
right,
many people know, my favorite mock place is Walter Football, and they came out with one today. They came out with their final one today. They have the NC State tackle going to 3.
Icky.
Iquanu?
Iquanu.
Icky going at 3.
I mean, that's not a bad pick.
I
Listen,
think
if
I
you're
would-
high on Mills, this is your year where you go to protect him, and if he can show up, then great. Then you're not worrying about it next year. Right? That's his name. That's the quarterback there, Mills.
yeah,
Yeah.
David Mills, right? Yeah. Right? Now,
Yep.
let's say they draft this guy and Mills is terrible. Guess what? Next year's quarterback class is supposed to be a lot better.
Well, they got the Ohio State and
Alabama.
Alabama guys. Yeah,
All right.
I'm sticking with Thibodeau. That's my vote.
I don't see it.
I'm gonna go.
This has Thibodeau falling all the way to Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Sauce.
Gravy Gardner.
I think I'm going to go Sauce
Gravy
as well.
Gardner.
All right, fine. I'll go Sauce.
All right,
That
so
was-
we're going Sauce at 3. Okay.
We're going Gardner.
I know Stingley's the betting favorite right now, but I just can't see him going over Sauce.
See what's the Stingley hasn't played in 2 years.
Correct. It's crazy.
All right, Dev. We're gonna let you lead this off.
Oh, see, it's tough because what I would love for them to do now is to take Thibodeau. I think that we haven't had a defensive end since Abraham, and I need them to take a defensive end here, in my opinion.
John Abraham.
Yeah, it's been that long, my man. And all the Jets fans were so pumped about Carl Lawson because he was a good young player for Cincinnati. He gets to the quarterback, and he was having a beast of a training camp, and then he got hurt. So we never really got to see this defense with any real pass rush.
Right.
So with
But he'll be
Carl
back.
Lawson coming back this year, and to pair him up with a Thibodeau has me over the moon. I would love to have that. Do I think they're going to take Thibodeau? Based on everything that I've heard, that they seem to really like this kid, Jermaine Johnson, and they really like Sauce Gardner. But if Sauce is going to be down at 3, I can't see them taking Stingley. I think the injury history of Stingley doesn't sit well with them. But it's hard because you're hearing these people sitting there going, I don't know if they'll take Thibodeau, but maybe it's just a smokescreen that they wouldn't
Listen,
take
you got
Thibodeau. But
Singletary and you have Hamilton, which is of course both names that you've been
I would
linked to.
never take Hamilton. You don't go
You
safety
just learned
again.
your lesson from.
You just learned your lesson with Jamal Adams. And
Yeah.
safety is such a luxury position where you have so many other needs.
I think Hamilton's
Listen,
very
just remember,
good.
if it wasn't for Jamal Adams, you wouldn't have 2 top 10 picks this year.
I think Hamilton's
just-
very good. It's just I
Yeah,
wouldn't
just
take him.
you can't take him that high.
That's
No, you
that's
can't.
such
Honestly,
a luxury
I
pick.
can't. In my mind, I can't see them passing up on Thibodeau. The guy was a consensus number 1 pick before
Right.
all this, whatever came out about him. Like, oh, does he really want to play football? They kind of gave him like the Josh Rosen treatment,
Yeah.
where it's
That's
like,
what I
oh,
was
does
gonna-
he really love
But the
football?
di-
Is this what he really loves? I'm like,
The
I can't
difference
see the
between
talent is
Rosen
there.
and him is the stats back up him getting drafted this high.
Right.
Right. I feel like I have to go Thibodeau here.
Yeah, I'm
And
going
I hope
Thibodeau.
I
here,
hope
too.
that maybe the Jets are just a smoke screen and trying to see, what the people above them are going to do. I don't know, but I would take Thibodeau here in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
Jet portion of MetLife Stadium is going to go absolutely nuts.
I'm with you. I don't think there's a way you can pass Thibodeau up here. So I vote Thibodeau as well.
Listen, this guy's been was number 1 for 2 years. You really think?
Two?
about it.
Yeah, this
Sounds
guy
like
was
it
the
feels
consensus
about
basically-
number 1.
Because remember, there are people that go out, again, Walter Football,
Last
they do
draft,
2 years
yeah.
running
Right.
of drafts. Right? So
Yeah.
they've had Thibodeau at 1 for 2 years now.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah, basically until Ohio State game, he was 1.
Yeah.
But they won that
And
game.
now, no, I'm saying the Michigan Ohio State game. My mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
once you-
basically like right. We said
that was the Hutchinson, like, hey, I'm a
This
top
is-
10, but here I
right.
am being number 1. I'm going to go
Right.
against one of the best.
But
the best team in the
Oregon
country.
did go into Ohio State this year and win. So
They did. That was that was a big win.
All right, let's go with him.
But they
All
always
right,
win
well,
early in the season. When
we're
they wear
going
regular
Thibodeau.
colors, they win games.
That's tough for Giants because that's who I would have picked at 5. But
Yeah,
I mean now it's just a slam dunk easy pick. And
slam dunk for me as well.
Yeah.
Evan Neal.
Yeah, you have
It
to
should
have
be
it, Neil.
Neil.
It's not like dude. What do we even say? He's been the consensus number 1 all year, and I know when you get towards, get closer to the draft and everything like that, it's like, this
Steve.
guy's really Icky's really good
What?
this way. Cross is
Right.
really good this
He
way.
was
Steve
the
Boyle's
number
different
1
things.
lineman coming into this whole
Oh,
thing
my
before
bad.
the combine
Right,
and
so-
all that.
Icky
Wait,
went to
did it just
the
make me restart the whole thing?
no. Icky went to the Panthers, and maybe you didn't select the
Yeah.
Panthers in the beginning.
Oh, dang it.
Whoops.
I don't know how
I
this
saw you
works.
highlight it.
Who are the other teams?
Anyway,
Texans.
I take
Seahawks.
Neal over Icky. That's just my personal preference, and maybe
Yeah.
I
That was
jumped the
it,
gun
right?
and said I run to it, but you can
1,
flip a
2,
coin.
3,
I'm
4,
up to
5,
debate this one.
6,
It's
7,
a good
8.
debate. It really is. It's a
So-
very
See,
good
it's
debate.
funny
Thomas.
because I think if
I feel like we're missing
Sauce
some
was still on the board, that you guys would take Sauce.
You know what? Honestly, like I could see the Texans. I could see the Texans going Icky. Like that may be more realistic, but I'm kind of trying to read the tea leaves of the Texans looking for a cornerback with Stingley being minus 300, and I think
Yeah,
that's
that
more of a
sucks.
smoke. And if they're gonna go cornerback, they're gonna go with Sauce. That was my reasoning to kind of spice it up, but
Right.
I
If-
hope that's not the case because I would love Neal and Sauce. I would love it. Love it.
See,
Love
you
it.
know
Yeah.
what the beauty about this draft is that there's no good quarterbacks. So that means it could be anybody in the top 10.
Oh, it's 100%.
Like nobody's
a
looking to
crapshoot.
trade up to get a quarterback. No one's
Right.
looking to be like, dying to get to that second or first spot to take their quarterback. So all these picks that we're making, I mean, it could be in any order. I mean, Icky could go to the Jets at 4. Like
Yeah.
there's so many different ways this whole thing can go.
I I honestly think if Icky's there at 4, he's a Jet, because everything you hear about Mekhi Becton, he's like out. He's done.
See,
Right.
that's tough.
That's the one thing
tough.
we didn't mention with the Jet pick.
Because the way I see the Jets is that because they just signed Laken Tomlinson free agency, and so he's going to be your left guard. Your left tackle could be Fant if Mekhi Becton ends up not being the guy, but then you would take Icky, I guess, to play right guard or right tackle, and then move over Vera Tucker.
Yeah, it could
But
be.
Vera Tucker was so good last year, though, too. And then you still have McGovern. See my scenario in my head, that like my dream scenario for the Jets would be taking Thibodeau at 4. I won't say the 10th pick, but I would love to see them try to move back into the first round to get Linderbaum and then release McGovern.
Right. So, all right. So with the Giants, with the Neal pick, like Snacks was saying, the reason why I'm picking Neal is because his track record speaks for himself. He was a star at Alabama all these years. He played pretty much everywhere on the line except center.
Yep.
So it's basically a no-brainer. Though a lot of people are scared about his weight, which could be a scary thing, but the Giants need the surest thing possible to get this rebuild going. And I think it would be Neal. You move him to right tackle, which we all expect to happen. And let's have fun and let's see what happens at number 7. Hopefully we are able to trade back. If not, we can get another stud player and let's rock and roll.
Listen, the fun thing about Neal recently is that there are teams out there trying to get out fake reports that he has an injury. The guy hasn't missed a play in like 4 years.
No, and Danny hit the nail on the head too. It's like his versatility. He hasn't missed a game in 3 years. And like Icky and Charles Cross, they were left tackles. Like Neal spent the whole
you're not
year
replacing who was arguably your best player last year.
You arguably, and not only that, with Icky and Cross, it's just like with Cross, they're scared about his run blocking.
Yeah, like nobody's taking away. He's like a great pass blocker. And then Icky, it's not saying he's not a beast stud, but I think that's a lot more upside and ceiling as opposed to more of a sure thing than Neal. I think
agree.
you were going to say, Danny.
And with Icky, there's nothing. I'm not taking anything away from NC State, but the guy is playing in Bama. Every game is a national championship game, no matter what the situation is. So you gotta go with someone that the track record's there. National championship. He's been to X amount of his whole career was in the playoffs. So I'm going Neal. Runs to the table. Joe Shane's first draft pick as a Giant GM is the safest pick possible. Evan Neal. Let's go.
Well, shout out to the what was the kid they announced as making the pick this year?
I don't know his name.
Sam Prince.
Sam Prince.
That's
gonna be gonna be one of those my wish things over the summer.
Yeah.
Is he making a first round pick?
He's making the first pick. Yeah.
If they play that song, that My Wish song,
on stage, I'm gonna lose it.
Anyway, good juju for that kid. The Giants pick is gonna be a good juju.
It was cool. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a little clip today that came out of them telling him.
Social.
Yeah, them telling him that he was making the pick. And basically said, "Hey, listen, it's a big year for us. We don't want to mess this up. You want to help us out." Basically, so that was cool by them.
Right. To talk about a non-crying topic, the safeness of the pick is the key because of how much of a disaster the last GM's drafts were. You got to be safe, even if he's not an All-Pro, which there's every chance he could be. Even if he's just a regular, solid, everyday starting offensive lineman, I think that's the way you got to go.
All-Pro obviously is what you really hope for in the top 5. Yeah, but if he is solid and reliable for the next decade, across from or down the line from Andrew Thomas, you got your 2 bookends for that long.
You don't got to worry about
that's the hope that you don't have to worry about your left tackle, right tackle for the next 10 years.
Exactly. Because then I'm not saying, because clearly it hasn't been the case for the last however God knows long, but right tackle, left tackle are the 2 hardest positions to find in either free agency or the draft. Like if you hit on 2 of those and you got those set, you can plug in and play left and right guard. I'm a little bit.
Those guys are more versatile.
Yes, more versatile, and I'm a little bit more on the you need a good center because I just think they're the leader of the line. They're
Sure.
the captain of the line. Like Sean O'Hara made that Giants offensive line when he
Right.
got there. That line just took off. So
Right.
that's me. But
Even more
right tackle and
important,
left tackle are the two most important positions on that line. And if you
Right.
have that secured, you're gonna be okay.
And we got to talk about the smoke screens of Charles Cross being
Ah,
the Giants' favorite, and this is typical old Giants. No matter what the regime is, they're always dealing their hand, and whoever is leaking the picks
it's
needs to
fired.
be shot.
Yep.
And it's just one of those things. It's just like it needs to. They got to find the rat in the hole.
And maybe that's what Joe Shane's doing.
Yeah, let's hope so.
well, even more
but-
importantly, though, I think this pitch is huge for next year because
Right.
I don't think Daniel Jones is the quarterback of the future for the Giants. I don't. Think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
And
we
next
all-
year.
we all
That's fair.
agree on that.
And
That's fair.
the most,
Oh, we'll know.
the,
We'll
the
also
most
know
important
tomorrow.
thing now is that if you have your offensive line set, you can protect whatever young quarterback you guys decide to bring in. That line
Right.
is set now. You don't need to worry about that, which is huge. I mean, teams win ball games at the line, whether it's offensive or defensive line. It starts there. And if you guys can have your bookend left tackle, right tackle all set up and have this line playing well
Right.
as a unit, so next year you have that chemistry between them after a whole year together, and you bring in the young quarterback that you don't have to worry about getting knocked around like Joe Burrow in his first year. I mean,
Right.
it's a huge plus. You absolutely take the offensive lineman here, and it's not even
Yeah.
a question.
Yep.
Right. Amen to that.
Panthers.
All right,
Charles
so
Cross.
this is where the fun begins with the Panthers. They're the real first team that needs a quarterback. Do they bite the bullet
Mm.
They're
after
gonna take a
giving
quarterback.
Donald the 5th-year extension last year before the season started? See, this is where the fun begins.
Just
Do
got to
they
get my
go-
charger. Hold on. I took my headphones out so I could hear, so I'm listening. Go ahead, Danny.
All right, do we go Icky? I think you go safest pick going Icky if that's
I'm
me.
gonna say Icky because of the fact of, again, same thing like Devin was just saying. Go safe pick this year.
Right.
Figure out what you need to do quarterback wise for
See,
next
the
year.
problem though is, I don't think Matt Rule has another year after this. So
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
what it is. So
he
you're,
wants
now
a
you get a
quarterback.
coach.
That's
That's why your coach comes in with a new quarterback. Your
Right.
coach
if
is
Matt
gonna come in with
Rule has any say, Devin's right. They're going.
Right.
No,
if Matt
yeah,
Rule has
I
a say in
agree.
this, they're going quarterback because
Right.
then that gives him another year after this because he can sit there. If they pick Malik Willis, which I think they're going to, if they take Willis and he shows any kind of promise, like, hey, I'm developing this guy, I'm really taking the next step with this guy, let me keep going, it buys him another year. If they stick with Darnold and they let him go and they take Iti Iquanu and Darnold's still trash, Matt Rule is out the door next year.
Yeah,
There's no if and
for
a buts.
sure.
He's getting
Yeah,
fired.
and with Tepper, the owner is basically like Steve Cohen in the NFL world, so he's going to want to do the splash play. I'm ready to be funky with you, Devin. I'll do
I
it.
think Malik Willis is the pick.
Let's
I'll do it.
We're putting Malik Willis in here.
The three of us say Malik. What do you think, Snacks and Steve?
Am I the only one that realized that every time Snacks comes on, he forgets to plug in his computer, and then like midway through, he always has to plug it in.
He's
I'm
a
an idiot.
moron. That's why.
I'm an idiot.
Wow,
He's a moron. That's why.
wow,
No,
wow,
it is
Danny.
true. It is
That's
true.
how you
I
really
am-
feel about the poor guy. Jeez.
I am a moron. No, he's right. He's right. I am a moron. But fuck off, Behan. Anyway, so I think everything Devin said is right. You have to swing here. You have to, because Matt Rule, if Darnold sucks, you're right, he's out. It doesn't matter. You think Matt Rule is going to want to take an offensive lineman and then bank on Sam Darnold being matching
Right.
anything of his potential? No.
And they already informed Sam Darnold that there's a very good possibility they take a quarterback.
Yep.
They've already
However,
let him know.
yep, and I think you guys are on the right path. I think they're taking a quarterback, but I think it's Kenny Pickett because I think he's safer. And if he has even marginal success, I think Matt Rule could still bank on that.
And he
It's not
also
the upside
has,
of Willis. It's not the upside of Willis, but apparently he's the safest bet to possibly start,
Right.
game one.
The most pro ready of the
the most
group.
pro ready, right? So if he's pro ready,
My thing is with Pickett, if he doesn't go here, where
Where
does
does he go?
Pittsburgh pick? 20.
20.
Or New Orleans, or one of the New Orleans picks.
Right.
And they have the old Miss guy that I feel like they may move back to try and get him later.
My friend Doug loves Matt Corral, and he's
A
been
lot of
saying,
people love Corral.
yeah, I know.
Should we just give him a punt?
That's
is
the guy.
easy.
Matt, that guy's like the best punter in the history of the world, apparently.
Georgia's punter is awesome too.
The thing with this
Good
draft,
teams don't need
I
punters.
forgot what I was listening to, but they compared it to the draft with, I mean, literally every time Snacks comes on, we bring this guy up. But they compared it to the Derek Carr draft, where it's like nobody was at the top, but the best quarterback was in the second round, and because it was Garoppolo and Carr at the end, so
Right.
maybe you see that out of this one too.
Didn't Pickett get recruited by Rule too? Wasn't he
Maybe.
recruited?
I think that was a thing. I'm
was
sticking
it?
with.
I
What
think
did
I'm
you
going
have?
with upside, and I'm going Malik.
Me
going
too.
Malik.
I'm gonna go Malik also.
Yeah, I think we're going Malik Willis.
All
So
right.
Willis is going here.
We're throwing a wrench into things.
Listen, this is
We're
what's
fun.
the
We're not
fun part of
getting
a mock
into this.
draft.
What we can really get funky now is we pick Icky and you move Evan Neal to guard, and all you have to do is bingo, bango, our offensive line is cooking.
That's a good point.
I don't know what drugs Danny took before the mock tonight.
All right, so what's
Find out Danny just sniffed a huge thing of
what's the
cocaine
plan
before
for
he
the
came
second pick besides Danny's,
Well,
on. They were
Dan,
taking quarterback at Notre
Souped
Dame
up.
because those always pan out.
souped
Not
up
doing
offensive
that.
line?
Danny,
All
if,
right.
if Sauce isn't here, I don't want Stingley. I want Jermaine
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, I'm going with Snacks on that.
Yeah, because you need that. The idea was an offensive
That was
lineman
my
and a
thought
defensive
also that you
lineman.
guys would
Yep.
take
What-
Jermaine
what-
Let's
Johnson.
I see
screen
Wes-
grab
I see Wes
Wes
saying it
Swans
too.
Johnson.
Yep.
Wes, by the way, have fun tomorrow. You might be one of the few people at the draft party, but let me
You know what's funny? Someone
who's
brought up
there.
a great point to me that I work in the city and that it would make a actual sense. But then I was like, then it'll take me 6 hours to get home because I'm on the train.
Right.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I know they do it. Why don't they do the draft on Friday night?
That's a great question. Because
Like,
they're
I
a bunch of
I
fools.
understand why they don't want to do Saturday afternoons anymore, but Friday night, like, they could do primetime Friday night. What the hell's the
Right.
difference?
I feel like Friday's like the lowest form of ratings, even though it's the NFL. They'll get
What?
the ratings
Yeah.
no matter what.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter what day of the
agree.
week. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter
I
what day
do
of the week.
miss
they do.
Saturday mornings getting ready for the draft, though.
Right?
You know, it's funny. Danny and I planned to go to the draft, and then they moved it to Thursday night. Like the year we were planning on actually doing it.
Shame. That's my biggest regret as a sports fan, not doing the draft.
Yeah.
Same.
Snacks went to Nashville though a couple years ago.
Oh,
right?
that's right. I did go to that. Yeah, for Daniel Jones, and I got ripped in the streets all night.
You deserved it.
Where's the next couple?
I didn't
Isn't
make the
Green Bay
fucking
getting
pick.
one in the next couple of years?
I don't know. It's. I'm
think
sure
it's
they're
going
gonna
with
go
Detroit
L.A.
next year.
and they're going to Detroit.
Who the fuck
Okay,
wants
never
to
mind.
Be drafted in Detroit.
I mean, well, maybe I might be wrong.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
L.A. is gonna have it.
Yeah, probably.
Shockingly, it hasn't had it.
We lost
6 times.
Devin. He'll probably be back in a minute.
Yeah.
This year
Oh,
is
wow. What?
so next year is Kansas City, and
Yeah,
the year
that's
after is
crazy.
Detroit.
Kansas City's nice.
We got Devin back.
Kansas City's not nice. What are they fucking known for?
They'll get
Listen, you'll put it on a farm. You'll get
Barbecue?
the horses to drive them out to the field.
Oh yeah, that's what everybody wants to see.
Oh, how did Baltimore score 2 runs against your boys?
Can they-
Somebody homered.
Can they have like a horse carry the card out to the stage?
You're an idiot.
The silence and then that. Oh, that was great. Fucking
Ugh.
snakes. Anyway, who are you guys?
So we're going Jermaine Johnson. here.
Idiots.
Jermaine
Jermaine
Johnson. He's the
Johnson at
best
7.
pass rusher left.
Yes, Jermaine Johnson.
All
Hey,
right.
listen, Dev, you probably know there's a lot of smoke that he might even go 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, apparently the Jets really like him a lot.
Yeah.
And
So with Jermaine Johnson, wasn't he a transfer from Georgia to Florida State? Am I missing that?
Let's.
I remember
might
hearing
have
that. I know West is very locked in, so West is gonna comment in 2 seconds and call me an idiot. So I'm waiting on that. I remember Bobby or Justin mentioning that, and I remember Doug mentioning that. So all three of my big college people.
Jermaine Johnson was on Last Chance U. That's just a good thing to know.
He was.
Yeah, he was on the third season. I think that was when they changed colleges.
That's why
That
I
guy
didn't.
became
That was when
really
nobody
watch
watched
Yep.
it
a
anymore.
douchebag. Yeah, and then he transferred
Westlaw.
from Georgia.
Thank you,
yeah.
buddy. Yeah, he did go to Georgia.
So he decided he wasn't going to get playing time on the best defense ever, so he bailed. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
Duh.
get more stats.
Isn't that how it always works?
Well, I mean, you saw their defense. Like he wasn't going to stand out. So
You know what I love about this StreamYard site? It says we have 2 viewers right now on Twitch, but Wes's comments all come on YouTube.
Well, West is watching on YouTube.
Yeah, but it doesn't say we have any viewers on YouTube.
that's true.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe that's just the way they come in. Anyway, the Falcons are taking a receiver, right?
I would hope so.
Because they're
See,
dumb.
They
It doesn't
haven't
make sense
traded.
to
They
me
don't
is
have
why-
anybody to play
he's
on that
suspended
team.
for the whole year.
Who's
That's
throwing
right.
the receiver the ball?
Nobody. Nobody is doing. It's just.
Did they
This never
invite
made sense
Devontae
to
Freeman
me.
back?
It never made sense to me why people have them taking a receiver this high. They have so many other needs, and yet they're like, "Yeah, we'll take another wide receiver because we
All
love
right, I'm
Calvin
going.
Ridley."
I'm going Icky.
Okay,
It's-
so if you look at the
I think
outliners,
if he's at 8, he goes 8.
Yeah.
as of
Yeah.
7:25 tonight, oh yeah, that's right, Marcus Mariota. Finn, we completely forgot.
Oh yeah.
The great Hawaiian Marcus
How
Mariota.
can I forget that the Falcons got Marcus Mariota?
Hold on. You get 1 second. I want to bring something up.
This is where Snacks Fantasy Football Intelligence comes in.
Are you going to tell us how great and excited you are for Marcus
Are
Mariota
you
to be the
part of
starting
the
quarterback?
Marcus Mariota hype train?
I actually like Mariota, but no, he sucks.
Okay, good.
And
Perfect.
don't forget Cordell Patterson playing every
I was gonna say,
position. They don't
Cordell
really need
Patterson
anybody. They have Cordell
is
Patterson
by
playing
himself
positions every
on the
time he's on
team.
the field.
He should be.
Oh,
a
by the
first-round
way,
pick.
before we forget, obviously Snacks, myself, and I'm not endorsing Steve, but me and Snacks have made this comment at least 3 times in the show. If we do not get a good offer, if we get a good offer for 7, we're taking the offer.
Yes.
Technically,
This
we're
one.
not getting the offer. Sheen's taking the offer. The GM's going to get the offer. But
Of
if the
course.
Giants get a good
Shut the
But-
fuck up.
So who? But
Just saying, we don't exactly have a say in that.
Who's
Well,
moving up
yes.
though? That's the like.
No, that's the thing.
I don't-
Atlanta's going to move up to take Willis.
Not even
Duh.
like not even like.
No.
I'm
I am
waiting.
sorry.
Wait, we're all sitting here patiently
Maybe
waiting for
Pittsburgh.
Snacks to tell us something.
Okay. So Atlanta's wide receivers, their top 2 are Auden Tate and Olamide Zaccheaus.
Okay, so
I love
Grant-
the Chewies. No,
I
have
enjoy
no
All
idea
right,
who
Devin.
that
Now you
fucking
have to
is.
spell it. We all said it. You have to
There's
right,
no
so-
way they could pass on a wide receiver here.
all right,
There's no
they're going
way.
Garrett Wilson. Garrett
Garrett Wilson is got to be the pick. And yes, I know Icky's there, and for everything we've heard, that's a crazy fall for Icky, and it's probably never going to happen and if it does, the Seahawks run to the table for him.
right.
But the Falcons, they do, and Devin, you're right, they need everything as well as most of these teams in the top 10.
It just seems like such a waste of a pick,
Why,
especially
but
because
why is it a waste of a pick? Calvin Ridley may never play again, and they have wide receivers that are
Listen,
never
the
going
fact
to
that Calvin Ridley got suspended for gambling in a
right,
sport
but
that
they
they
need an
suspend
they
every.
need an offensive line and they need every defensive position you can think of.
I understand that.
And in terms of importance, wide receiver is not above any of those.
No, this is a spot where in a normal draft you trade back like the Giants at 7. But this
Are we
Right.
also all in agreement that it's hilarious that he got suspended for gambling in a sport that every commercial is a gambling commercial?
It's hysterical.
And
Yeah,
and being
Like
that
he
this
literally
draft,
just hung out with us in a room and just started gambling like we would.
and being
they
that this
suspended him.
draft is so deep with wide receivers, they could always get a receiver in the second round.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Devin on this.
I mean, you have Jahan Dotson, Christian Watson. All these guys are going to be second round players. I mean,
All right.
I think Dotson might go
Might go
first
to
round.
Green
actually.
at the end of the first.
He might go
round.
to Green Bay, but
He's
I
gonna go to
think
Green Bay.
you still have Watson. I mean, they have a lot of
Denton's
depth
gonna
in
take a
wide
wide out.
receiver
That'll
this
be
year.
funny.
I mean, they'll probably go wide receiver because they're stupid, but
Exactly.
they absolutely shouldn't go wide receiver. In my opinion, I feel like they have so many other bigger needs than a wide receiver.
Devin just wants Garrett Wilson.
I
Well, I
think
love
it's
Garrett Wilson,
hilarious.
but I think we're going to get a wide receiver at 10 anyway, and he might be on San Francisco. But
I think it's hilarious that Arthur Blank thinks he's Jerry Jones.
I think that trade will have to be done before.
I don't think
the day.
that Arthur Blank thinks a lot of things. I think he's got a pretty blank brain at the moment.
All right.
oh, I see
Number
what you
9.
did there.
I
Number
mean, they
9
did
will
let you
go-
leave Home Depot, Vin. He did let you leave
Well,
Home
if
Depot.
I've
Itty's
seen the
not
way Home
going at number
Depot's
8.
run. He's not paying attention to that. I'll tell you that.
If Itty's not going number 8, he's absolutely going number 9.
But they don't have anybody. Who's he blocking for in Seattle?
Well, he's
Yeah,
got
but
a
at least
block.
just setting it up and getting ready to block for somebody next year.
Listen, someone's got a block for Geno Smith and Drew Lock.
You don't wait to have the quarterback to start building the offensive
Is that
line
their
if you
quarterback
have the
on the
chance to
roster
take
right
offense.
now? Gino and Drew Lock?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, let Icky block for Drew Lock.
They also have Jacob Eason.
Jacob Eason. Yeah, he went to, I think, Washington. That's a name.
You got to think Icky's going here, right?
Yeah, he asked.
Yeah,
Oh, without a
no
doubt.
way.
We let him
I
drop
mean-
too far as it is.
Itty probably should have went 5 picks ago.
He's pissed right now. He's
This
feeling
guy,
like Aaron
this is the guy
Rodgers
who
in the
just
green
hung
room.
up on Sonny Weaver Jr. thinking he's going middle
Yeah, exactly.
draft because he just lost all that money.
Nobody
going
went to his birthday party.
Right.
Now he's
Oh
all the way
no! I'm sorry. Real quick, now that you say that, tonight is the annual watch draft night.
I did that on Sunday.
absolutely plan on watching draft night tonight.
I
And
watched it
anybody
on
that says
Sunday.
it's a bad movie is a fucking idiot and should
I
never.
watched it
fucking-
Sunday because I knew we had this, and then I gotta edit and get it out.
What
So,
did you say, Snakes?
Anybody that I saw a tweet going around this week talking about how awful draft day the movie is, and I wanted to kill somebody.
Does Danny, the Snacks, is he aware of your feelings on this movie?
I've definitely shared it.
Okay, because Danny hates them.
I know he does. He's a fucking
I
idiot,
think
like I
it's
said
fun.
earlier.
Snacks,
yeah.
are you the guy that watches movies and you think of the other roles people are in? So it's like we were like, how can this guy draft a quarterback over a guy who played Superman? Like,
Right. Right. But if
like,
Icky
and
gets,
then and he drafted Black Panther
Right.
first overall. Like, that's a pretty good draft pick.
if Icky gets the 9,
Not
then
bad.
he's pissed that he's outside talking to P Diddy.
And think about it too. Think about it.
Breaking
Think about it too.
Just
Mr.
Finn,
Ba- Mr.
don't forget
Baseball
to
drafted.
make your post tomorrow.
What happened?
Finn, don't forget to make your Twitter post.
I have to make a Twitter post tomorrow.
Your yearly tweet.
About how he's got to figure out how to stay awake for a draft because it's in the late.
No.
I don't even. Is it no matter what? Whoever I'm taking,
Yes.
no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, so now where was Snacks going with the who picked who?
So you were saying like other
Movies.
other characters and other movies and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Mr. Field of Dreams himself drafted an actual NFL running back in the movie Draft Day. So
That is very true. It was
And,
shocking
and
to
if
me.
you really want to go full circle about the whole thing, he was also Superman's stepdad in Man of Steel, and then kept Superman as his quarterback.
next pick, I'm done. Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
And it took me like the entire movie to realize that was Arian Foster. Truly, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Arian
Nobody knew.
Foster."
Nobody knew it was Arian Foster. He
That's
went
funny.
higher in that than he did in real life.
That's
Yeah, he
very
was
true.
undrafted.
He was
Also,
undrafted, wasn't he?
yeah, he was undrafted. Looks nothing like. I think his dad was played by Terry Crews in that movie. Absolutely,
Yes.
it's not even
Greatest
close.
Fantasy,
And the fact that they tried to rip Terry Crews to be like Jim Brown and legacy,
Yeah, basically.
Cleveland Brown legacy. Nobody's ever Cleveland Brown legacy.
Terry Crews is not old enough to be Jim Brown. Jim Brown's whatever.
And then Jim Brown was in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean, maybe Danny's right.
Maybe Danny's
movie's
right.
terrible. All right. I'm going Drake London for the Jets at 10 because
right.
Jameson
Ooh.
Williams is messed up knee. You can't really make that risk.
Devin.
I'm
Devin-
torn here.
He doesn't like Drake London.
Devin doesn't like anything the Jets ever do.
That's true.
Well, do you
I
blame
just,
him?
I'm not high on Drake London like a lot of other people seem to be.
But
I
are
know
you
that he
making
has
that
the
risk I have,
capacity, he's good on the 50-50 balls and all that. Great. I mean, I'm not pumped about it. I mean, it's a receiver, so hopefully he pans out. I mean, hopefully we end up trading for Deebo Samuel.
No,
is what I
don't
would
do
love.
it.
So I'm watching NFL Network right now, and Jeremiah's mock draft. Walker
Daniel
1, Hutchinson
Jeremiah?
2.
Daniel Jeremiah, that's his name.
I'm trying to like pause this shit. Hutch 2, Icky 3,
Wait.
Sauce
Who's first?
4,
Hold on, stop.
Trayvon.
Trayvon 1,
Hutch,
Hutch, Icky,
Icky.
Sauce, Neal at 5, Cross to the Panthers,
Okay.
Garrett Wilson to the Giants,
Yeah, he's
What?
not giving up. He's not
been on
giving up.
receiver. Yeah. Danny, who he
Jameis
went London to
Williams
us a couple months ago.
to the Falcons, swap of 9 and 10. So
The
Jets
Jets go
take-
up to 9.
Jets at 9 take London.
The Jets
Thibodeau
and
10.
Seahawks really like to make moves.
It's like the
I think
Islanders and
Daniel
the
Jeremiah
Oilers.
is fucking sniffing crack.
By the way, he's got my boy Kenny Pickett falling all over
Also,
the corner.
why are we moving up? Why are we moving up one to get the receiver?
That you could get the next pick.
So I can get the
Maybe
I can
they-
get 10.
yeah,
Why am I
I was-
trading to 9?
Obviously,
And
with
you know you're gonna have to
Jameson
give up more than
Williams-
just the swap.
How long is he
I
going to
just-
be out, though? Not long, I don't think.
But it's a knee injury.
No,
I know.
didn't he
And he-
get
and he-
cleared for contact this week?
They
But he
think
got
that
it in
he's
the
going to be
playoffs,
back.
though.
They think that most he misses half the season at most, but he thinks he can be back earlier.
Listen, if anybody taught you anything, it was what's his name on the
Well, yeah,
Rams.
Cam Akers.
Realistically, I think it's going to be Drake London. I would hope that they try to trade the pick and get Devo Samuel, but I think it's going to be London.
Yeah, I think I agree on London. I think that's just the way it's going to.
Yeah, it's the safer pick.
It is the safer pick, but I think Williams offers more upside, but I can't hate it.
All right,
All right.
so they auto pick Singletary to the Commanders.
Stingley.
Stingley.
Whatever.
It looked like. And Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, Kyle Hamilton to the Vikings I've seen a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. Or giving the long snapper from Arkansas, right? To the
Yeah. I'll give him the Pittsburgh one. At least he's a little better.
He's rated a little higher.
Yeah.
Should we
All right.
scroll to see who's actually the worst guy on this list?
Who did we give him at 3?
We gave him Sauce.
You sure
Okay,
we
so
don't
they're
want
gonna-
Dylan Cook out of Montana to go to the?
Yes. I would give him Cross.
Yeah, Cross ain't gonna slide that far, but if he does, that's an easy pick.
They can have him. All
Okay.
All right,
Let's
now
go,
it's just
Vin.
gonna start selecting. So until it
Correct.
gets to the Packers.
It's gonna-
so-
Yeah.
hold on. Let's
Yeah,
recap.
go back out.
Little recap. Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis to the Ravens. Another receiver that they're gonna suck with to the Eagles.
Oh God, he's not gonna suck though.
I
No.
know.
Chris Olave to the Saints.
Penning,
And
wow, yeah.
Eagles
Interesting
made
that
two
they
good
picked
picks.
Pickett down here instead.
That's yeah. I mean,
It makes sense. But like,
Oh
you
man,
could-
Pittsburgh's punching air.
I mean, it does make sense though because you're not worried about the Chargers or Eagles taking him.
Man, Pittsburgh.
I tell you what, if Devin Lloyd goes to the Patriots, he might be Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie Year.
Yeah,
I love Devin Lloyd. Love him.
All right, Vincent. First draft pick ever as an owner.
first draft pick.
This should be so easy.
Clearly, you want the long snappers.
I don't.
Vin,
I really wanted Burks, but
Right.
he went.
he's not available here.
He's not available. Okay,
Dotson.
no. See, that's the thing. If they don't, I think there's a distinct possibility they move up to get one of the guys that are gone already.
Yeah.
But I think the Purdue guy, if this is the way it's set up, they take the edge rusher because they need one of those two.
Karlaftis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they let Smith walk, right? So
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they cut the Darius.
Well, they had to because they had to pay a quarterback that all-world quarterback that scores 10 points in a playoff game at home.
listen, he went out and had a zenning moment when he was decomposing or decompressing, whatever the hell he said he was doing.
Yeah, oh yeah. I just hope he just fucking takes a
All right.
shit on himself.
He's
You
gonna be
know-
the guy who ends up in a mud pile one day, just like stoned out of his ass, just walking
Yeah.
around.
Danny, by the way, 24, 25, 26. I'm like so badly praying one of those guys falls to 36.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I don't think they will, but my God.
Like, I wish we had. I would try to move back in there.
I don't think Shane's gonna do that because then he's got to pay.
I don't think so either. But I would.
Those three yeah.
So
But-
all right, let's run this through. We all gonna probably take Dotson because that's a need, but we can't not discuss about Nakobe Dean
Right.
and a few other players
Let's hear
before
from the owner.
Dotson.
Let's hear from the owner.
What's their linebacker?
Yeah, like,
What's their linebacker depth look like, Vin?
They just gave them they run with one middle linebacker. They just gave Devondre Campbell a big contract.
That's right. All right, he was all pro last year. So
Right.
Fill up my water bottle.
Go ahead. I don't want to talk to you during this picking. I'm kidding.
Oh, don't worry, motherfucker. I'm gonna hear it.
Yeah, it has to be Dotson. What's their corners like? Because Elam's supposed to be real good.
Completely full on corners. Got drafted
Okay.
Stokes last year. He was a top ranked PFF corner in the league. Still have Jair Alexander, and then Rasul Douglas from last year, who had a big year. They brought him back. So those three are kind of locking it down.
Right.
The defense
and then
outside of edge.
you got some good safeties too.
And
Almost
Daxton
Savage.
Hill's been named around, not for the Packers, just in general, first round pick.
He had a solid
so-
season last year.
so-
Covering that people.
You got to go Dotson.
The pick, I find
He's
with
the
going.
owner. He could do whatever he wants.
I'm
He
f-
could pick the
fine with
fucking
going
defensive-
Dotson just because of the list. The name that keeps popping up is Pickens from Georgia.
Ooh.
At least, and all the guys that like, because it's a lot about one. They don't. When we've talked about this, they don't draft receivers in the first round. You would think they have to at this point, or unless they trade.
You just lost Devontae Adams.
Right, but they have a type that it's always a Devontae Adams type. So that side
And MVS. You lost MVS also.
right. It's a bigger, a bigger receiver, which Dotson is not, the prototypical pick. I'm going Pickens. If you're letting me make the pick, it's Pickens.
All right, make the pick.
Well, he is the owner.
I looked
Who
at
is
it
it?
before on this.
Pickens from
he's
Georgia,
a little
wide
down
receiver.
on Georgia. He's like in the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, it's a reach. That's why you're going to get fired your first year.
Right, exactly.
Way to go. Way to
But
blow
really
up
do
the
again,
just
ownership.
they really do just let anybody own this team, huh?
Oh,
Yes,
we didn't realize we have to pick
Anybody
32nd
buy
also,
fucking
Danny.
ownership.
Oh, that's
What we
right.
do.
All right.
They can have.
Nakobe Dean. Why not?
Yeah, sure. They can have Nakobe.
What
Dean.
about Matt Corral?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah, give him Matt Corral. Give him Matt Corral.
You know what? That is
They need a quarterback.
It's safe.
no,
They'll
that's
let,
not
they'll,
gonna.
they'll let you do it.
So, sure. Anyway,
Did they give us a grade?
No, these don't do grades.
You know what? You're better off.
Yeah.
so it was
wouldn't have liked
Daxon
my
Hill. So you had Daxon Hill going to the Chiefs.
Boy,
Moff going to-
Mafe. I was hoping
Um,
Mafe falls to us at 36 if he's there.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
But then, yeah, again, at the end there, you get people popping back into the round to get, an extra year of whoever they want.
Ideally, I pray to God that one of the guards falls to us at
Yeah.
36.
Guards or Linderbaum, one of those guys.
Right.
I don't think it'll happen, but man. if it
No, I
does.
don't think so either.
If you compare Neal, you get Johnson at 7, then you get either Zion Johnson, Kenyon Green, or Tyler Linderbaum at 36. Oof.
Anyway, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
For the Giants, this is probably the biggest draft in franchise history. So,
All right, let's not get too dramatic. but
which one was bigger?
The one where you get an actual quarterback?
No, because that's just one pick. You're going to have your chance to do that. Your team is so bad. It's the first year of a new regime. If you
Fair
don't get 2 cornerstone players, or if you don't trade back and get a pick next year, this is a waste.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a waste anyway when the guy – doesn't matter who's blocking for him when he can't hang on to the ball.
I'm not, but that's not the point here, Ben. This team has maybe you could argue this, maybe 2 cornerstone players on it.
Okay. Andrew Thomas was the other one.
Xavier McKinney. You have 2 players.
The
Okay.
sucks with McKinney is we never re-signed safeties.
What
so
are
he's
they
gone in
getting?
2 years.
Yeah, but that
For-
was Gettleman who never re-signed.
What are they getting for Kadarius Toney?
Nothing.
Nothing. You hope he's a cornerstone. You hope he shows up and plays.
You know
Yeah,
what
but
was
then he
disappointing when I
traded.
went into Dick's Sporting Goods the other day and those shirts weren't on clearance?
I miss Nate Solder.
I
Shut
don't.
the fuck up.
Attaboy.
What an abomination that guy was.
He misses
I took
playing
snacks
the
as well.
zone and blocking all the Jet defensive linemen. That's what he misses.
Yeah. Clearly.
I love how the Yankees are like cold in the outfield and Stan's just chilling in a t-shirt. What a man.
Oh, how do we? Oh, sack fly.
Anyway,
I was
Vin,
wondering why there was
I
so
mean-
much shit in the city today when I was walking back to the train. The Rangers are at home. Didn't realize it.
Oh yeah, Danny. By the way, I never hit send when you texted that gal with the quarterback's patch. Is just ridiculous. Like absolutely ridiculous.
I saw Glaber had it too.
Yeah, well, Glaber's a pussy.
They mentioned that he takes the turtle hood off for at bats.
Give me a fucking break. I gotta say, it's gotta be freezing though.
Oh, yeah.
it was cold today. Imagine.
Yeah, it
an
was
open-
pretty
Oh my god!
Open stadium like that. Oof.
I'm in the city 2 weeks. I'm in the city 2 weeks, and I'm like, when does the summer begin in the city? Like,
It does.
Well, it's almost it does.
Soon enough, you'll smell the hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like walking out of the train station, like, all right, nice new train station. I'm
Smell,
gonna
smell the
some
hot garbage in the BO.
Usually I vomit a little when I get out of the train station because the first thing I see is the garden.
You see the walk. What's the zombie show? Walking Dead. You see the Walking,
Walking
Dead
Dead.
in Penn Station.
Yeah. Try going to Penn Station 6 o'clock in the morning.
I don't understand why they
I
keep
can only
asking for change. Do
imagine.
they know that because
It's not a
of
good
like,
place.
do these guys know that because of COVID, people don't carry around cash anymore? Like, nobody's gonna hand you change.
No, they don't know.
They don't know that.
You know
Well,
what's
they're,
funny?
They're very desperate, so they'll do
They
that.
were. You know what? You know. All right. So I'm gonna say I don't want to be rude
Okay.
because I feel for homeless, but like I get it. But what do you think was going through their heads from like late March to
there was nobody.
like when it all started and nobody was in the streets of New York City?
They were like, wait a minute.
I mean, I sound so rude, but like
Yeah, no, it's an important question.
it's so
I
true.
don't.
I mean,
I'm
obviously,
gonna.
some people stayed open like as much as they could, but from what they see every day to that,
There's a guy. It's the same homeless guy every single day at the top of the stairs at Penn Station. I'm gonna ask him and see what he thought.
you honestly should.
It's
Yes,
the same
you
fucking
should.
guy. For a
Vic.
year, I've been doing this. It's the same fucking guy. He gets the spot right at the top of the escalator where
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
got to go down.
Do you
Vin.
do you come out in the new station or the old
I
one?
come out in the old part.
Oh, okay. I'll
Ben,
come out
bite
in
the
new-
bullet, give him $5, be like, I need you to answer a
You just
question.
answer the question.
I'm gonna record you answering the
I've
question.
given him a
like,
couple
this
bucks
is-
over the course of time. I just feel bad. It's the same fucking guy.
Oh,
I
you're
see
the
him every
jackass
day.
who keeps them all on the street because
I
they're all
guess
waiting
that's
for you
what
to
it
come
is,
give them cash.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of cold, it is fucking freezing in here. But shout out to Michael Strahan for the most comfortable fucking.
Steve's been
Yeah,
working
see,
out.
I wanted to compliment you on that. That thing is sweet.
And it's got the hood too, so it's gonna be great for like the lower level of the clothing.
Oh yeah.
for
A
football games.
sleeveless sweatshirt's gonna be awesome for a football game. Really, genius.
As my lowest level, yes, it's gonna be great.
Can't wait till it's snowing in February.
He's
I mean,
barely
January.
150 pounds.
He's
but
got the
he'll be
hood
ready to
though.
go.
He's got the hood.
130
hood.
pounds
I
soaking
don't
wet
need
with
the
a
sleeves.
hood
I have a
on.
hood. I have a hood. It doesn't matter. Who needs sleeves when you have a hood?
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's funny. What's
Listen,
it-
I
All
just
right.
got asked if I'm going to a
Piece
Met
of
game this
shit.
weekend. It's gonna be 40 degrees all week.
I'm
not
going
gonna
Friday
fucking
night.
Met
Let's
game.
fucking go.
No, the Islanders have to lose to the Lightning Friday night, so I can finally finish
Yeah,
being in that
great.
stupid arena.
Wonderful.
Listen, I have an article coming out about the season. So
Just write one sentence. Fuck.
COVID,
It's
No,
over.
fuck.
COVID.
Old.
It's just gonna
Oh.
say, did you really expect a good team with a new arena?
Shitty GM.
Don't worry,
Well-
Johnny Boychuk was pointing at the puck to him the other day.
Yeah, so he can't even see. No surprise that he thinks that Daniel Chara is good because he can't see.
It took all season, but
Anyway.
listen, Chara missed the game. Okay.
He missed games during the middle of the season. He missed the game right after he had the record thing.
Did he?
Yeah, he got hurt or got COVID right after he broke the games record.
Re-
Because when they had the
re-
ceremony, he wasn't playing in the game.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, that's
remember
right.
that.
Forgot about
Real
that.
quick.
Jesus Christ, the Habs suck.
Since you guys have no interest in the NHL playoffs because you all suck, but who you guys got winning the cup?
It's hard not to say Colorado.
Colorado.
So I'm gonna tell you why I am going for Colorado. My old manager, who I was very close with, he grew up a Colorado Avalanche fan. He was born and raised in Wyoming, so it was kind of hard to find the hockey team. So he kind of grew up being a Blackhawk fan, but then when the Avs came in, he loved going to Colorado.
That's fair.
So I got to pull for them.
Honestly, I haven't really followed this year, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
I would say Carolina, but the President's Trophy winners never end up winning.
Never.
That's a
Carolina
useless
has no
trophy to win.
goalies.
That's a useless trophy to win.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm going to say the Rangers because they have the best goalie on the planet. But
Do they though? They have the second best Russian in New York.
are you like that fucking stupid?
They actually have the third best because Sevgei Varlamov still exists.
That's that guy's birthday. Happy birthday, Varley.
Semyon Varlamov owns Madison Square Garden. Like,
So did Sorokin. Did you not see the save Sorokin made in the Garden?
Oh my god, that was a hell of a
You
save.
can't even be mad about that.
You
was
know
a
that was a
fucking
good save,
incredible-
Snacks.
crazy save, Snacks.
Yeah,
Look how you killed
it was really
Snacks.
good. It was really good, but Igor Shesterkin's the best goalie in the league. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
This year he is. I can't play.
not when he plays the Islanders though. He's won 6-1.
Yeah, and where'd that take the Islanders?
Listen, it
I'm
doesn't
just
matter. At
letting
the
you
end of the year, all we
We're
have
talking
to do
about
is beat.
Shesterkin.
By the way, I was one
Oh,
of
by
the
the way,
people
the
that
Yankees are on Apple TV this week.
again. Oh, that was Amazon. Sorry.
Yankees.
Wait,
Um,
what day?
Friday.
Friday.
It is Friday. I
They
don't,
have a great.
Wasn't it the game you
They
were
have
gonna
a
score?
great play-by-play people.
No,
They have
Monday.
a great TV.
Oh,
No,
I don't know why Monday,
I watched the Mets one on Apple TV and it wasn't
Holy
great.
shit! Who's playing goalie for the Rangers tonight? It's not-
probably.
it's
Georgiev.
Georgiev,
Wasn't he the
yeah,
backup?
Georgiev.
Oh, I didn't know who started last night, but Goriev just gave up a really disgusting goal.
No,
Yeah,
10 was one.
he sucks. Igor started last. We had to
What
win last
happened?
night.
He used to be good. What happened?
He's very hit or miss. He's too.
He beats the Islanders every time he plays them,
Right.
but for some reason
That's
they
'cause
always
the
like playing
Islanders suck.
Igor against the Islanders.
The Islanders suck. Igor only plays up to his competition. And the Islanders
Oh,
are terrible.
so he plays down. Okay, got it.
So he played at the Garden
Correct.
against the Islanders, but couldn't play at UBS Arena. He was afraid of a new arena. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Arena was
No,
too
he
clean
just-
for
he just
Igor to
felt-
play.
He just felt bad for your loser ass fan base.
So he rather lose the home games.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure his own fans got to see them lose.
Fuck off.
You know how many people fucking have said to me, you know, the Rangers have never lost at UBS Arena? I go, you've been there twice. And one time we played literally our minor league team because
Yeah,
the
that
league
one
wanted
game
money.
doesn't count. All right.
Yeah. Eat
Thanks
it.
for coming on.
Listen, listen. Remember, we talked about you don't remember the losers? Well, you're losing 2-1 to the team that lost in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. The great Montreal Canadiens.
Anyway. Last thing.
Go for it.
How funny is it that my office is right next to? You guys saw the tweet I posted
Yes.
yesterday?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you did. You commented.
Steven, come on.
Are
No,
you?
I didn't.
Are
Yeah, you
you?
did.
Okay. Are you dense?
You 100% commented.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one. Sorry.
I didn't see
Yeah.
this. Can you explain what
I was-
happened?
Excuse us.
Vin,
Listen, if you put the deposit down, we'll come.
Vin. I thought it was
Max,
hysterical.
I thought it was
If you
funny.
put the deposit down, we'll come there all the time.
Oh,
and do our
right,
stuff for
okay.
you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm dense now too. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's us.
It's right next to my
Yeah,
it's
that's our
hysterical.
new
Listen, in New York, you know what New York taxes are like? We don't want to pay fucking New York taxes. We have to go to New Jersey to get fucking better taxes.
Yeah, well, it's not much better.
Yeah, barely.
Anything's better than New York taxes. So
That's fair.
Well,
That's
California, thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's everyone's moving to Texas, and now Texas is gonna start to suck too.
You don't like. I love that every time we bring up something, Snacks just is a bad reaction, and I'm like, wait, you don't? Oh, you hate everything. So I don't. You
Yeah.
hate California. You hate everything that comes up.
There's not
Jordan-
many things I could probably count on five.
Jordan
five fingers.
Montgomery and Italian food. That's all we got.
And
I mean-
Sopranos.
And The Sopranos. Okay.
I don't
You know
like
what? You
much.
know what he does love? You forgot about hanging out in the parking lot at MetLife
Sure.
Stadium
Tailgating.
I do love that.
because you can't lose at that.
No,
you may lose for
can't.
3 hours when you go in the
No.
fucking building,
I
the
hate
air
walking
conditioning
in.
building.
Oh, Snacks. I need to find a stretcher and do it what the Big Show did to Rey Mysterio Jr.
We need to find a casket so I can do it the Undertaker.
Joey
That man's
Gallo is
actually-
heating up.
Oh, he's heating up.
Oh no.
And
Get
yes,
that-
Danny, if
Get
you
that
find
trade value.
if you find a stretcher, I will let you do that to me on a telephone.
It can't be that hard to find a stretcher.
Yeah, you'd probably be surprised.
For reference, you gotta go to my Twitter page, and I sent Snacks. That was Rey Mysterio's head just bouncing off the
Oh my
concrete.
god, the shit they used to get away with.
Well, boys.
Silent treatment back to back.
You can buy one of those like orange, like ones they use in soccer where it's you got to carry it with 4 people for $150 on Amazon.
Yeah, you buy it you buy it 2 days before, you return it the day after. Who cares?
Looks
Amazon
like
takes
it's
everything.
like $1,300 for a rolling stretcher, but you can buy it on Amazon just in case you.
Maybe we get Justin an expense hit and we put
Yeah.
it on John Boy Media
Oh man.
because they do go. They're going to freaking North Carolina for all expense paid trip.
Just
That's
By the
Are
way,
you going to this?
By the way, hold on, real quick. I'm
Are
sorry.
you
what
going to
did
be
say?
on the stream?
in North Carolina?
No. Oh well, are you going to North Carolina one? You're gonna get talked into
It's
it.
Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yeah, you're gonna get talked into it. I kind of want to see you at a NASCAR event.
Danny, I don't know.
Nobody wants to be seen at a NASCAR event.
Nope.
Imagine Snacks being at a NASCAR event. I kind of need to see.
I would be blackout drunk sleeping.
Fair enough.
And
You can sleep with the cars going like that. That's a challenge.
Well, they
I
give you the
should.
headphones, so it doesn't. You
Oh,
won't
okay,
really hear
got
them
it.
anyway.
Perfect.
listen, I fell asleep at a Kenny Chesney concert. I could fall asleep at anything. But
And
as
I
far
almost
as
fell asleep at a
far
Kenny
as the
Chesney
stream,
concert.
I'm gonna try and be in the city on Saturday. I don't know yet though.
Okay, I'm gonna miss you then because I have my son's birthday.
Oh, that's right, Johnny's birthday Saturday, right?
Yeah, turn the deuce. But yeah.
And by the way, all Mets fans and like all Twitter is crying about how amazing the Mets are and like they're the best team in baseball. I just want to let everybody know if the
We're
Yankees win
punching you
tonight.
guys in the face.
The
when
Yankees
we
win
play you.
tonight. The Mets are 14-6. The Yankees be 12-6. That means the Yankees play 2 less games. However, anyway,
Does it matter? It's April.
thank you.
It's fucking April. You
Thank
know how great the
you.
Mets are every April? I
Thank
said it to my friend the other night. I
Thank
go, I'm sick of
you.
winning a World Series in April. Vin, you remember when we
Yes.
won 11 straight and we walked out of that building thinking
I
we were
don't
getting
think
ready
I've
for a
said a
parade?
positive thing about the Mets yet,
No.
and all I hear is
what was my
Snacks going
text?
off on Mets fans.
Well, I sent the text yesterday. I hate that I'm starting to lose my pessimism, but it's still there.
No, my pessimism is
Fucking
very
April.
much very much
In
still
June,
there.
when we lose 20 games in the month of June, we won't be remembering that we went 14-6 in April.
When
know.
when Buck has all those starters' arms gone by mid-July, you guys will be you'll be feeling.
I am excited to see if Scherzer pitches against the Cardinals though. In a couple
Monday
dude,
was really.
Danny, so I like watched everything. Nolan Arenado was such a pussy.
Yeah, thank
right?
That
Gotcha.
dude sucks.
He was definitely not throwing at his head. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
No,
That
Arenado,
guy's been in the
look,
majors for
I
30
know that he-
seconds.
Don
I
LaGreca
said to
said
my
it,
wife,
Danny. Arenado was pissed because he was probably saying, "Who are you to throw at me? Like I'm some big hot shot stuck." Get
Yeah.
the
Look,
fuck
no,
out.
you know why Nolan Arenado's pissed? He's the only one in that lineup that bats over 250.
He's the only one in the line who's worth hitting.
I said to my wife too. It reminded
Although-
me of Clemens and Manny when Clemens
Yes.
threw up
Yes.
high and Manny was
Good
just
call.
looking for a reason to go to the
Yeah.
mound.
Right.
Like Arenado wasn't even. If Arenado didn't even move, it wouldn't have hit him.
And
It
I
was
hate Trevor May.
complete
I've always hated
overreaction.
Trevor May. I hate
Trevor May, he stinks.
Yeah, but it's about to be May, so it's okay.
All right.
All right, boys. Enjoy your draft. I'll
Enjoy
be
the
on
draft.
the NY Giants
to you
Rush
guys.
Yeah, Danny,
live
plug that
tomorrow.
shit, baby.
Yeah, Danny.
Craig invited me on, so I will be live with them, hopefully during the Giant picks. Tim would be sad if Snacks was. Yeah, that's right, Snacks. You do have a title fight.
I gotta say, it's like the only reason I
Oh, speaking of title fights, Snacks, I'll send you updates. I am actually going to watch Zack Ryder fight Saturday night on Long Island. No, so he's from
Oh,
Long
that's
Island. So he's from Long Island. He grew up with a friend of mine, and in this independent league, in this independent wrestling on Long Island that they do,
So your
Ryder
friend's
showed up a
losing
couple
the
months
belt.
ago,
That's
won the belt, and my friends fighting him grew up with him, and they're fighting this weekend.
All right,
That
that's
sucks that
pretty,
he's
that's
losing
pretty
the belt,
awesome.
but
Please send
he's
me
gonna beat
updates. That's
Thanos.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm actually sitting front row in that. I'm pretty excited.
I want updates.
I'm just gonna be looking for Chelsea the whole night, so it doesn't really matter what's. I love my
Snacks
friend Adam.
Canelo fights this weekend too. I'm shocked.
I love
you
my
Oh,
guys
that's
friend
right.
Adam.
That's right, baby.
I'm
Snacks
clearly
is
gonna
gonna
be
get
watching
blackout.
real wrestling.
Snacks
Clearly.
is gonna black out to Canelo this weekend.
That's
Snacks
right. I
black-
love Canelo. It's my
Snacks
guy.
blacked out to the Fresh Prince of Bel Air at 10 a.m.
Excuse me, the new one is dark.
You think I'm gonna
I've
black
watched
out to a guy that's from West Philadelphia, born and raised?
Yeah, born
Nope.
and raised.
Fuck Philly, that's why.
Right.
Well,
I'm sorry. Fuck
In
Philly.
24 hours, Adrian Hudson is expected to become the second Michigan defensive player ever drafted in the top 5.
Well, that would be less than 24 hours because the top 5 would be done within an hour. So
Yeah.
Oh, will it though? You know how the NFL draft works.
yeah, that's true. It probably won't start till like 8:30. So.
All right, boys.
Vin, my boy, is not the other one, by the way.
Guys, thank you for having me on.
Woodson.
Bye, Devin. Bye, Snacks.
See ya.
Bye, Steve.
Thank
Bye,
you for having
Vin.
me.
Snacks
boys.
is joining our. Remember, Snacks has officially got the full ride.
You're fucked now, Vin.
I'm leaving the chat.
Yeah, leave it. Too much Snacks.
Thanks, boys.